Hello everyone, thank you for watching our show, the UNT Dallas movie review, and I am Odamaris Martinez, and here are my two co-hosts,
Elizabeth
and Leslie.
Today's movie review is about
My Sister's Keeper.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about My Sister's Keeper.
We have a few Twitter questions that were sent in to us. Our first Twitter question is from Jenny_the_block.
Ooh, Jenny.
Hey.
Hey girl.
So the first question is, who are the main characters in the movie and what is their role?
Ooh, do you remember that?
Well, the main characters to the movie are Brian, of course, the dad.
The dad.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sarah.
Who's kind of handsome.
His
Mom.
wife. Yes. Their oldest child, Jesse. Don't forget him.
And Kate, the middle child.
And of course, you can't forget the youngest, Anna.
Anna.
Her.
There were also some supporting cast, though, right? There was Taylor, the boyfriend,
Taylor.
Campbell Alexander, the lawyer, and Aunt Kelly.
Correct. And we can't forget about the doctor, too.
Yeah,
Dr.
Chance.
Chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What, do we have another Twitter review question, maybe?
Oh, I think I have one here. I'm sorry. Here we go. What is the storyline about? Well, I would have to say that the storyline centers around a family in crisis. The crisis is their middle child, Kate, having leukemia. It doesn't go straight into detail from the beginning. It kind of goes past and present, so it's in both sections. But the gist of it is Anna, the youngest, was a designer baby, and she was born to provide spare parts, if you will, to keep Kate alive. So the crisis comes in where Anna is tired. She wants to have her own life, right? She wants to preserve her own body. And so she takes her parents to court, primarily her mom, because she's seeking emancipation, a medical emancipation. And then as the story unfolds, we find out how it came to be. And then in the end, you see the review, or you see the how the conflicts were worked out. It took some time to get there, but they managed.
Right. So just like how she said, there is some theories that we want to compare with this, and the theories that we would compare this is with the family systems theory, which is a unity of interacting personalities, and this is really what we would say a family system, because they revolve their whole family revolves about Kate, and they're really just worried about Kate being safe and sound, not really caring about all the other child, and neglecting some. They neglected
Jesse, I would say, was the one who was neglected the most. He was angry. He was hurt.
Didn't he leave?
He took off for a few days, and they didn't even realize that he was gone.
And they didn't even realize that he was actually, I think, was dyslexic or something was wrong with
he
him.
had a disorder as well.
Yeah.
And the parents didn't even.
Yeah, because they were just so focused on Kate.
On Kate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another theory is conflict theory, which is it acknowledges the presence of opposing forces within a society that can be analyzed at both macro and micro levels.
Yes,
Mhm.
agreed.
And the film covers the micro level of the conflict, meaning struggles that exist within the family. Yeah. We are back. Thank you for staying tuned in with us, and we're still answering a couple questions on Twitter.
So another one was the explanation of the developmental periods for the children. So with the movie going back and forth between the past and the present, you kind of have an inkling as to their whole life thus far. So it talks about adolescence, and it discusses how, well, in all actuality, adolescence is that tough period to begin with, and then you add a crisis like an illness, especially cancer, and dealing with children, and so that adds the extra burden.
Yes.
So it's nice to see how they each developed through the crisis. They fought through it, and then eventually they become better for it, if you will.
Especially Anna and the brother Jesse.
Agreed.
Yes.
They finally found their voice. Yes.
They finally spoke out and did
So,
what they had to do.
Yeah, with that, I mean, that describes the description of the conflict. Jesse being always feeling left out, and then Anna just
Feeling pressured.
feeling pressured
from mom.
because it's her voice doesn't count, because she was used to keep Kate alive. So her voice was never heard, and she did not like it. She wasn't fair. That's why she went to emancipate herself.
And we'll continue on with the resolution of the conflict, which the resolution was pretty set forward for Anna and Kate being the one having to have a choice in a word.
Yes, I agree. I think that towards the end, when Anna and the family are in the courtroom, and Jesse stands up and says, tell them the truth, Anna, and she's like, shut up. And Kate, unbeknownst to her parents, had already decided how she wanted to leave, how she wanted to go, how she wanted to live the rest of her life. And she knew that it was hard for her sister to continually, have surgeries just
to be suffering.
Yes.
Everything she went through and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
she suffered so much.
So that's why she told her, you have to bring this lawsuit so that mom will finally see, that she was ready.
I think her mom was just in a bubble.
Of course, as a parent,
Yes.
we always want to be able to take care of our children, and
you go to the extreme to do
yes, of
anything
course,
for
to
your
the ends of the
children.
earth for your children. And I can't imagine having to make that type of decision. So yes, definite conflicts there. So if we had to critique the movie, I would say it's a good movie. It identifies, family in crisis and the steps that they take to overcome that.
Yeah, it was and cancer is a sticky situation. A lot of people deal with it, and it's just hard to overcome and deal with at the time, and having to have other one around you dealing with it as well, and everyone's just going crazy over it or do not care about one person or something.
It's like tunnel vision. You're stuck in that, me. What am I feeling? Everybody else gets ignored. They don't count.
Yes. And I can relate to that because my mom died of cancer. So it's like I can relate to, the movie.
Yes,
And,
as I'm sure many families will. I lost an aunt a couple of years ago to colon cancer, and it's not nice. It's not nice to have to witness somebody
them
passing
suffering
that. Yes.
and just seeing the whole family,
Yes,
going through it.
you want them to survive, but by the same token, you want it to be over so they can be in peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you choose to see it, please have your tissues ready.
Yes, because it is a very touching story, movie, everything, and the characters did a wonderful job of
Yes, they
expressing
did.
their roles.
Agreed.
So I can say I cried.
I did.
Yes, I know.
Yes,
Yes,
it was very
yes. I mean, you
touching.
can't
Just
help.
brought back
You can feel it.
memories
Yes.
of,
Everything. Everything. Well, thank you guys for staying tuned in with us. This was our show, UNT Dallas Movie Review, and we'll get back with you guys on the next movie. Have a good day.
Bye.